So welcome back to our deep dive on Matter. Today we're talking with Beatrice Arnaud about Matter's security. The home has a very large attack surface because of the number of devices that are involved, and why is it so challenging, Beatrice?
It's so challenging because, in fact, when you put a device inside your smart home network, this one will be connected to the internet. And thanks to that, it will have the capability to be connected to all the other devices inside the home. And just taking a simple example, if I give you my internet access, my internet code, what you will have to do, what the possibility you will get, is to get the control on all my devices. So this is really very important to bring security inside the smart home network to all the devices in order to avoid all of this and for sure cyber attacks.
So the weakest link is a real problem there,
yes,
right?
This is a concrete and real problem.
Yeah.
Yes, absolutely, yeah.
Yeah, and for the last 20 years or so, we've had smart home devices that had questionable security, sometimes completely inadequate, and Matter is really trying to fix that to a certain extent. What was NXP's role in creating the Matter security specifications, which are pretty extensive?
Yes, this is pretty extensive, and by the way, we are one of the few semiconductor companies who have worked on Matter since almost 4 years. So we are part of the CSA Alliance, and we have bring to the CSA Alliance all our knowledge, expertise in security, because we have done and we are expert in security since we are providing product in payment, identity, but also in IoT, where we do provide a trust provisioning solution as well and secure element as well.
So that's a lot of buzzwords for some folks in our audience. Can you explain how Matter security actually works? You've mentioned device attestation. We've talked in the past about how easy the setup and commissioning is, the secure communication, adherence to internet standards. But taking a big step back, how does Matter security actually work?
So, as we have explained, security is really at the heart of Matter because we really want to avoid any cyber attacks. What we would like to do is to provide to the customer the possibility to put in place in their smart home network completely secure devices, because this one will have, as well as of today, to exchange between the other device inside the smart home network. So for that, Matter has defined key requirements in terms of security, so such as a unique identity to authenticate the device, which is called a device attestation certificate, but they have also asked to integrate such a solution in order to cipher the communication between one device to another one. So really, the standards have been built regarding the security with all the things that will allow to have a secure device with all the solution, crypto algorithm, credential that will be supported by the device in order to support the security requirement defined by the CSA Alliance.
And all of that stuff has to be designed in from the beginning, right?
Yes.
Rooted in the silicon and reflected up through the software.
Yes.
NXP has deep expertise in this area. How do you do that? How do you design this stuff in and then help your customers make use of this complex security architecture?
Okay, so what we have done is, for example, we have defined what we call the Matter pre-certified platforms. And with this Matter pre-certified platform, we do offer to our customer a set of platforms that integrate the Matter stack, including all the security component, crypto algorithm, and so on, in order to support security requirements from the CSA. And also what we do provide to our customer is what we called secure elements, secure authenticators, that could be that comes as well with a Matter stack, but also with additional security functionalities, such as a vault on which you can, for example, store very securely the key pairs that are needed for the device attestation certificate.
I keep hearing about this PAA, the Product Attestation Authority. Can you walk us through what that means and specifically what it means to your customers, the people that actually make Matter products?
Absolutely. So what I have explained just before is that we do provide Matter pre-certified platform, we do provide secure elements, secure authenticators, and by the way, when we do provide that, what you need to do is to integrate the device attestation certificate inside this platform. And for that, what you need to have is a PKI infrastructure, which is a security infrastructure.
Now, your manufacturers need to do that. The people manufacturing devices need to do that, right?
Yes, so they have to do that, but in fact at NXP we do offer two possibilities. The first one is with the Product Attestation Authority, and we have been approved as a Product Attestation Authority. What does it mean? That means we can create certificates for device manufacturers, for companies who are creating smart home devices. And thanks to that, we can create their own device attestation certificate. We can provide them with the certificate, and when they produce a device, they will connect their line of production to what we call our EdgeLock2Go platform, and we will download the certificate at this point, and they will be put inside the pre-certified platform from NXP. The other solution, and this is thanks to the secure element and the secure authenticators, is that we can offer as well to inject the device attestation certificate and the key pair associated to the device certificate directly in the silicon. And after that, we deliver the silicon to the device manufacturers, and what they do, they put the silicon inside the device, and I would say that's it. Everything is done, the security is here, and it works.
Yeah, you know, I guess if I'm a device manufacturer and I want to become a PAA, then that's going to cost me some money, right? In other words, I'm going to have to set up some infrastructure to do that. And so you eliminate the need for these guys to do it. What are some of the things that you have to do to become a PAA, sorry?
Yes, absolutely. So become a PAA is really not a simple task. You need to have expertise in terms of security, and this is what we do have at NXP, because we work in this area since long times. And we have already set up our own PKI infrastructure, and this one is maintained, this one is audited, this one is really set up and followed by our expert in security. And if a customer would like to become a Product Attestation Authority, he has to be compliant with the CSA, the CSA requirement in terms of security. He has to put the security infrastructure in place, and he has to maintain it, to audit it, and so on. So imagine a customer who has 100 ODM everywhere in the world. What he has to do, he has to request to them to put in place a security infrastructure to manage the certificate. So it's a cost, it's really a strong work in order to maintain everything. So thanks to the Product Attestation Authority we do have, and the EdgeLock2Go service platform we do have, we provide these services everywhere in the world, and whatever the number of OEM you are working with as a device manufacturer. We deliver, we produce a certificate for you.
Okay, that's very clear, thank you. Could you give us a little bit more detail on EdgeLock2Go and how that fits into the picture and how that works?
So EdgeLock2Go is a platform service that has been defined by NXP, and this one is here in order to manage what we call the trust provisioning. So thanks to this platform, we can create certificates, we can create key pair associated to the certificate, we can inject them in the silicon, or we can download them through an OTA platform, an over-the-air platform, I would say.
Customers, of course, just want devices to work when they plug them in, right? They
Yeah,
just want to plug
absolutely.
the thing in and have it automatically join the network and be usable by their smart home infrastructure.
Yes.
And EdgeLock2Go is sort of the last step in that, right? Where it finishes the security provisioning so they can accomplish that. Many consumers now use multiple integration platforms in their smart homes. They use Google or Apple or Amazon or any of a number of others. Can they use multiple smart home platforms with all the Matter devices in their homes, and how does that work?
So absolutely, and I would say this is really the purpose and the beauty of Matter. Because in fact what Matter offers to the end customer, like you and I, is really all the functionality to make it simple and secure. What does it mean? I buy a Matter device, I plug in my network, and what I will do at this step, and this is something that I will not see as a customer, is that when I do that, I will start it to make what we call the commissioning process. And this one is managed through a passcode that has been integrated in the device when this one has been produced. And in order to access to this passcode, there is two ways. Today we can use a QR code, so you have as a customer to open your QR code interface and read the QR code, and this one will give...
Like with your phone or something?
Yes.
Right. Okay, so the user just has to uniquely identify the device. QR code, NFC, maybe even type something in, I suppose, would also work. So then what happens next after you do that?
And just before, I would like to come back on one point, is at NXP what we have done, we have integrated the launch of the onboarding process of the device using NFC. And this is very useful because in this case, you just have to take your smartphone to tap the device, and you have nothing to open, no QR code interface to open, no password to enter, and automatically the process of onboarding will be launched thanks to the tap with the NFC reader. So this is the first step. After that, the commissioner, so the smartphone, will take what we call the device attestation certificate, which is stored securely inside the device, and he will have an exchange with the CSA server in order to check that this device is a Matter device compliant with the CSA requirement and that could be inserted in the network. And the last step, which is really the one which is important, is how I will connect my device to Apple HomeKit, Google, or Amazon, or I would say NXP. And at this step, what's happened is a generation of a session key of what we call an operational certificate will be done by Apple HomeKit or Google, and this one will be inserted inside the device. And thanks to that, what we have done is we have created a connection between the device and Google Smart Home application, and we can do the same to connect our device to Apple HomeKit. And in the end, what is beautiful is that you can say, Siri, switch on the light, Google, switch off the light. Your device will have the possibility to exchange with any smart home application you have in your home. If this is you who gives the control to the application you want, and everything will work, and everything will be secure because all the exchange between the device are protected, encrypted, and protected, ensuring the security.
So that's pretty much a complete solution. So you've got Matter guaranteeing that you can use any device from any manufacturer and use essentially the same procedures to connect that device to your home network. And NXP makes that possible by enabling from device silicon all the way through the manufacturing process, everything that it takes to comply with Matter's security requirements. And then that done, you can use any home automation platform that you want to, and connect it to all of your devices.
Yes.
So is that correct?
It's absolutely correct. And what I would like to add is that you can do that securely.
Well, that's a pretty complete story, I would say. Yeah. So we've gone from what's so tough about doing home security to what Matter does to simplify it and make it better, and also covered what NXP does to enable all of that. So thank you, Beatrice.
Oh, thanks to you, Bill. Thank you very much.
And this is only one of several conversations we're going to be having with experts in NXP and in the larger Matter community. So please join us for those as well.